Is PowerDirector 365 as good as CapCut? That's a good question. To be clear, I am not talking trash about CapCut. I'm actually a big fan of any digital tool that helps bring out the creative spirit. With that, there's a few quality videos on YouTube that show how awesome CapCut is, and this is one of them. I'm gonna see if I can replicate these effects in PowerDirector. There are over 15 plus effects in this CapCut video, so I'm actually gonna break it up into a series of videos. So let's get the party started. Here are all the effects in the CapCut video, and I'll be covering these ones today. So the first CapCut effect in that video was something called color isolation. It's taking a photo like this and making one color really stand out. So it looks like something like this here. So what I found was that I'm not really able to do this in PowerDirector directly. Correct me otherwise, but I did find that there is another service within the PowerDirector ecosystem called Color Director that's able to make the color isolate quite a bit, for at least for an image here. And so how I did this big one, this enhanced one, where it's isolated, is actually in Canva. So if you follow my videos in the past, I am a big Canva user too, so I'm able to do it here. So one area where you're able to make a color stand out is something like this here. So I'm going to go into stock media, grab one of these images here. So what I have here is an image of this person here on their computer. So what I'm able to do is kind of extract him out of this image here, change his color around and make the background all black and white, which I'll do right here. So what I do to extract him out is click on the image, hit edit, and then go to background remover. And for AI background remover, it only does take out human figures only. So you just want to be aware of that here, and just click on it. It's going to start processing. So it took out all the background here, but it included the laptop. So I think that's one of the limitations here. But what I'm going to do here also is go over to color and just mess around with the hue. So I'm going to go over to color here and mess around with the hue. So you see he's blue right here, but I could like change him to different colors, make him look kind of like a Hulk, if you will. There we go. There's the Hulk. So I'm going to do something like that. And then I'm going to go back here and also take the same image, bring it back down. So this image here, we just want to make it kind of like a black and white. We're going to mess around with the colors again, go to edit. So I'm over here at the color section here. I'm going to check that. And then what I'm going to do to get a black and white background is just do bring the vibrance all the way down and also the saturation down. And you almost have like a black and white background right here, as you can see. So what I'm going to do here is flip these two positions here. So I'm going to move the kind of the black and white background to the top here. So this is the after. You have a black and white background with the person who really stands out color wise. As far as PowerDirector, not really able to do isolate one color unless you have that Color Director additional software. But if you do find a way to do it within PowerDirector, please let me know. I'd be really curious about that one there. So this one is not really when it comes to CapCut. So for the second effect here, it's called call out text animation. What we wanted to do is have kind of like a text box floating above a certain object here. So I found another clip. This is a video clip of a dog walking. And what I want to do is put his name above when he's walking here. So you see the before here as he's walking. And now what I'm going to do in order to get that name above, I'm going to go to title and just pick out the generic one here. I'm going to chop it off a little bit, get rid of the excess. And I'm going to adjust the title here and just give it a nice little color too. Now I have the text adjusted to how I wanted to, all formatted. What I'm going to do is hit on the text box down here, hit edit, go to tracking. It's going to give you directions how to do it here. And what it says is there's going to be a yellow box after you hit OK. Make sure you put the yellow box above the area where you want it to be tracked, and then it's going to do its thing and automatically find it. So I'm going to do that right here. So hit OK. And here's the yellow box. I'm going to put it right on the dog's nose right here and close up the space quite a bit. And you see it's going to track that yellow area there. Hit this blue button that says track, let it do its thing. All right, now when I hit play, what's going to happen is it's going to look like this. Yeah, so there you go. Motion tracking with the call out text animation. So PowerDirector is absolutely able to do this just like in CapCut. So the third effect I'm going to cover is called image upscaler. So within CapCut, there is an AI enabled image upscaler. Does not exist currently, I don't think, in PowerDirector. There is, again, Color Director. It's the added software that within PowerDirector's family, which is an added cost or added service. But at least for this one, if you do have an image, you're gonna have to manually do it, which is not a big deal. So I do have this image here of a dog, keeping with the dog theme. But if you do want to like enhance the image, hit the image, hit edit, And you're able to go to the image, hit change around the color here. So if you want it to be more stand out, you change around the scaling here along with the vibrancy, along with the color here. Another cool one that I do like using is down here, light. Make sure you hit light, checkbox, and then you can kind of mess around the settings here. So you can brighten up a little bit if you wanted to, make it stand out. But yeah, this is kind of the manual way of doing it as far as an image. However, if you are looking to enhance or upscale your video, there is an option for that, and it is AI enabled. So to get to that, you just hit the file that you want, or the video file that you want to enhance here. I have this one here, just an example. Hit the file, hit edit, over here at video, and then enhance, there's AI and video enhancement. Click on that, this button right here, and you're able to get this pop up here. There are different ways to enhance it. This is actually stock video here, and it actually is pretty good quality, so you won't get much of an enhancement out of it. But if you did have something that's a little bit more grainy or need a little bit more touch up, you could definitely use this one here. You're able to adjust the lighting here, the noise, the frame, and also the upscaler here. So there's the upscaler part where you might move it up to the HD quality. Remember, so this one does take credits here, so just be mindful of that, and it is based on these features on top of how long the length of the video is as well. So my thoughts about the upscaler: there is not one currently for image upscaler, but there is one for video upscaler through the AI video enhancement. And again, if you do find an AI image enhancer that's kind of like AI enabled or automatic, please let me know in the comments below. And the last CapCut effect I'll cover in this video here is something called blur face and moving. I've covered this in one of my other videos before, but it's a really cool feature I like to use. I don't use it that often, but when I do, it's really cool. So what it is taking a video and blurring out the face if you want to. And so there's a couple of ways of doing this within PowerDirector here. So one is making sure you click on the video here, and then you go over to effects. And then over in effects, it's going to actually right here defaults already on it, for at least for me, video effects on face blur. What I'm going to do is pick one of these options here to blur the face. All you got to do is click on it. It's going to analyze content, and you see right there the face is blurred there. So that's one easy way of doing it. The second part is if you have multiple people, then you want to blur out only one face. Another way you can do that is going through here. So let's say you have a video with multiple people there, and you just want to blur out one face. Let's say in this example, I want this man in blue to be blurred out. So what I would do, I would go to use an overlay here. And what I'm going to use is I'll go over to overlay. There's something called cover-ups over here. I'll use this puppy as an example here. I'm going to trim off, or I just kind of resize down to fit to the whole, so it fits the whole video file here. Move this cursor all the way back, or the position. So I'm going to put the overlay right over the person's face here, but from there, I'm going to go hit, well, I'm going to make sure this, this file is selected, hit edit. It's going to give directions how to do it here, which I'll show you right now. Hit OK. So there's this yellow box, and right there, I'm going to resize it just to make sure it's all over this man's face here, right there. So I'll just use all these defaults here, and then I hit track. Let it do its thing to kind of analyze the motion. Once it's all done, you'll get something like this. Kind of funny, kind of cool, but it does work. So for this blur face and moving effect in CapCut, you're absolutely able to do it in PowerDirector as well. So you can see it right here. So definitely a thumbs up for me. So those are the 4 effects I try to recreate in PowerDirector. Some hits, some not so much. Remember, there's no perfect editor out there. CapCut and PowerDirector both have a lot of great features. So thank you so much for sticking to the end here. And remember, this is only the first of a series of videos where I try to recreate CapCut effects in PowerDirector. So be sure to stay tuned for the next ones. Bye-bye. Go, 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 go. All right.